What's up, everybody? This is the Grand Line Gazette with another theory discussion for you guys. Why do we do that? Because we like One Piece. We hope you like One Piece
hmm
too.
hmm
That's Kev. I'm Corey. Like, comment, subscribe. Let us know how you guys feel about Goldberg and Nash. This has newly
hmm
been revealed in chapter 1145. Don't
45.
know.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I do know. The newest chapter. But we basically find out, we basically confirm what we've been saying
Mhm.
this whole time. Nash is a homie. We also get his name. Goldberg's shield. His name is Nash, and he's a homie. But we find out that Nash was not given to him as a kid directly from Big Mom. He got Nash after his father passed away attacking Big Mom,
hmm hmm
which brings a little bit of discussion to the table. So we're going to talk about it. Kev,
Yeah.
you want to give us the lowdown?
Yeah. Let's get a little bit into Goldberg for those of you who are new to the channel. Goldberg is the cook of the new giant warrior pirate. So we've known him quite some time now. He accolades go as far as the S class ranked mercenary for the Buggies delivery service. He is, strong enough to earn Harridan's approval enough to be on his crew. We see that he has a homie, like Corey said, named Nash. This is an heirloom given from his father, possibly, actually is his father. That is a theory that Corey brought to the table, is that this was actually the soul left over from the Battle of Big Mom. We don't know when
Oh, I
that
like the
is.
name, the Battle of Big Mom.
We're gonna theorize when that may have taken place here in this video. But what if this is like, hey, Goldberg, your dad died on the battlefield, but we brought you back his shield. And then it's like, I love you, Goldberg. And it's like, oh, that would be
if
really sad.
if
Like
we
a little,
get a flashback of Goldberg's father and he has his tongue sticking out,
oh no, that's what it's gonna
I'll be like,
be.
no way, man. This just
Because
got
their eyes
dark.
look alike. Their eyes look
They
alike.
do have similar
Like,
eyes. They got them high
so,
eyes. But
oh,
before
that's so
before we
true.
go into the theories, let's just talk a little bit about Nash. Nash, as we can see, is a
Mm,
yellow and blue striped shield. It's got a face, always has a tongue sticking out, much to like characters like the guy who uses the clay fruit. I forget what his name is. The homie that just went with the Blackbeard Pirates. That's gonna go not the clay, the
swamp,
swamp fruit.
caribou,
Caribou.
caribou.
Much like Caribou, and there's a bunch of characters that just have their tongues hanging out, so it's nothing new, but interesting, something to note. We've also finally seen Nash in use for the first time, where they're fighting that Gyorio Seki, basically giant brontosaurus. Goldberg placed Nash into the ground, and then Nash like expanded and got bigger. It does look like it strains him, and it does look like it takes energy out of him. Um, Much like how Zeus gets tired and Nami has to feed him, I think Nash has to refuel somehow. Just don't know how that is. Um, I guess that's it. Anything else?
I guess it could be off his own power source, like maybe
Like a
where
hockey.
Big Black. Well, I was thinking Enma or um Black Clover has, you have to share your mana with your weapons, so something very similar. I just, maybe they don't require
Yeah.
sustenance,
Sustenance. Yeah, like
substance.
the fact that like Zeus got with Nami, a miracle for you, Zeus. Not everybody can just make clouds. You know what I mean? Like you would just been a drained soul at the end of the day.
Mhm, mhm.
Um, but yeah, that brings the theory like, well, why is Nash not drained out? But either way, we're gonna get those answers later in the manga. Right now, we're theorizing why um, he's a thing in the first place. So you said this battle of Big Mom. What's your theory on this battle?
So I, I got a couple different baskets I'm working with here. So let's start off with the earliest basket we could possibly have. I think that this homie Nash could have been created when Big Mom killed Yorl, and they probably dispatched a team on Elbath to, quell Big Mom, like, hey, calm the hell down. To the point then where Yarrow was able to come in and threaten her to kill her with the sword, but then Mother Carmel backed everyone off. This one's least likely for me, just because it wouldn't match kind of what Goldberg's saying. He's not saying that he went after Charlotte Linlin. He's saying we went after Big Mom, which Big Mom is a later character, not as a kid.
Yeah.
Um,
Um.
so I don't think that's as likely.
Yeah. And we also have scenes of Gerd not talking positively about Big Mom, but not exactly talking negatively about her. She's like,
Empathy,
yeah,
yeah,
she's very empathetic for Big Mom's like
yeah.
situation as a kid. So I'm wondering if like the other giant warrior pirates feel the same way. It could also be a thing where, hey, like maybe Goldberg was really close with Big Mom. He's the chef. She eats. You know what I mean? Like I know like Loki was the one that proposed to one of her daughters, but maybe like Goldberg was trying to get a family connection in or something, and um or the family at least, like Goldberg's family, like Goldberg's dad or something was trying to get a family connection in, and then went to Big Mom and it just did not work out. He pissed her off, and then he just didn't come back. But I don't know. I'm trying to like make it so like Goldberg doesn't hate Big Mom, but I'm thinking Goldberg's not too crazy about Big Mom. As
I
far as
I don't know. I'm right there with you though. He may
like with
not
the
hate
Gerd
Big
thing,
Mom.
yeah,
Yeah.
because it's like your childhood friends.
Well, you have to remember though, he wasn't even like really alive when Big Mom really had that. So like he's only hating Big Mom because of secondhand
Like
stories.
the Loki hate in the kids. Like I've
Exactly.
heard you done
So
bad things. I do like the idea of like people getting dispatched to handle Big Mom after she killed Yarrow. He was also of ancient dragon blood. He had horns.
yep.
Um, there's a lot of pride that goes with being a giant. They might have been like, we're not just gonna let this little girl kill one of our like ancient like leaders. You know what I mean? And just not do anything about it. And maybe Harold found out. It was like, is this how far we've come? Like that we're killing kids from
True.
accidents. Like, and maybe that's why he was like, all right, we got to do a hard reset on Elbath because this is fucked up. So, who knows?
Well, it's also like it becomes a very difficult situation because in the blink of an eye, one of your greatest warriors was just one shot and killed. So I get that we can't kill Big Mom, and I agree with that. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, as far as like from the Elbaf side, I get how quickly you have to mobilize against a threat like that, whether it's an accident or not. You just had one of your greater warriors just get murked in the middle of downtown, and it's like, hey, no matter if we're gonna kill her or not, we need to stop her right now before she kills anybody else. And it's
Like, I
so I
think
get a team being
also
dispatched
it's
for
like
sure.
there's got to be some kind of consequences and repercussions for this.
And
My
I'm
other
yeah,
theory, oh,
reteaching as well.
yeah,
But yeah, go.
my other theory for Goldberg is I maybe the Loki marriage was
Hmm.
not. Maybe this is a recent addition. Maybe he didn't always have that shield with the homie. Maybe this is like in the last 5 to 6 years. Maybe let's say 10 years. You know what I mean?
Mm,
Um, maybe like Loki trying to marry Lola, like the proposal and everything like that. Maybe that was just the Giants trying to get more territory. And maybe that was a Trojan horse kind of wedding to get like more people there to attack Big Mom because they were still pretty bitter about it. Like Giants live for a long time, but at the same time, like that means they can be bitter for a long time. Like that just
fair enough.
happened to me. Like yeah, that happened 3 years ago for you, or a year ago for you. That happened like 3 months ago for me. So
Yeah,
I'm still thinking about it 4 months ago, but either way, still a little
and
fresh.
and what do you and so another basket of mine is let's say Mother Carmel was just eaten by Big Mom. You everything stopping the Elbaf pirates from killing Big Mom is now gone. There's nothing else protecting her. Do you think the Elbaf pirates are as cold-hearted enough to send a strike force to a 9-year-old kid who just lost her family?
I do though.
You think so?
I
Okay.
do.
Well, there we go. There
I
we
do.
go. There we go.
I
That's
do.
tough.
And I think
That's
it's
tough.
like, and I think that's the reasoning for the shift. I think when Harold, I think this is going on under Harold's nose, and I think when he found out, he's like, no, like this is what y'all do,
No.
you pirates. This is what pirates do. Okay, crack.
So, and it go you're one about we talked about the Trojan horse marriage in a way. Do you think any part of that was actually real then? Like, do you think Loki there was a connection to like Loki trying to actually maybe merge their two groups?
I gotta see what the hell that flashback with Loki got, because Lolo's gonna be in the flashback. There ain't no way. Like, if we
I
get a
agree.
flashback with
Agreed.
Loki, that question is gonna eventually get answered. Uh, but it's just like, why? She's just like, yeah. Well, Scopper said, the heart wants what the heart wants. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
But that's gonna be my deciding factor. Like how he acts towards Lola in the first scene she's ever in the flashback. Like if he's kind
Hmm.
of like, oh yeah, no, this is the one. Okay, but if he's kind of just like, oh cool, just met you.
So I kind of foresee that that it wasn't a Trojan horse marriage, but that Lola like maybe Big Mom had a plan for Loki. Like, hey, after you guys get married, we can just kill Loki, and now you're the queen of Elbaf, type shit. And then like so, similar to Pudding, where she like is an asshole for no reason. That's what Lola could do.
Mm.
But in that negotiations, I definitely think like Goldberg's like Loki's right hand man or something like that, and he's just like, "Hey, like I found this ship, and it reminds me a lot of your dad, and it sounds like his dad." So he's like, I don't know.
I would like
It'd
to
be really
see the
sad.
interactions with the other giant warrior pirates, new giant warrior pirates, and Loki, like as their children as well.
Ooh.
Um,
Okay, because we haven't seen like Gerd and Goldberg interact with them. We've only seen flashbacks with him and Harridan.
yeah, I'd be very
Yeah.
interested to see. Um, 1 second, but yeah,
Do you think he can use armament hockey on Nash?
th- that's a good question because it's like he's that's a good question.
I didn't see him use because I don't remember us using hockey on Napoleon, the sword for Big Mom,
Yeah,
but I know that Zeus turns black whenever he gets angry. So I always just kind of like maybe think like that's Nami's hockey in a way.
yeah,
But it would be
that
interesting to
that
see.
that that's a good question.
It'd be interesting to see if Nash can really be one of those actual true warriors. He needs to stop skipping leg day though. That's the last thing I'll say on
Yeah, yeah.
Goldberg.
It's like,
As
bro,
well.
you eat and sit down, huh?
If you stand up and eat, it helps digestion a little bit better.
He's like, no, I don't got a standing desk. But yeah, that's our Goldberg video. New content is dropping quick, so we got to stay topical, get the videos out. So here's this one.
For sure, for sure.
If you guys like topical topics, follow, like, subscribe, and we will be back for the next one.
Peace.